time. Sort of.
Alright, hey everyone, welcome to Transistor. This is a game that I really enjoy. I've only ever played it when it launched.
Getting the hang of this?
It's kind of a fun take on real-time strategies with RPGs.
What a night. You're still in one piece. That's all that matters.
And also being a super giant game, it's pretty good.
Nice. Found us already. They want you back, I bet. Well, so do I. Born again.
I don't know if I can do the actual real-time strategy stuff yet right now,
Unmarked alley. East of the bay.
but we will see the good gameplay soon enough. I can just go past that. See what's happening.
More of these creeps. Look, don't fret, just...
Alright, this is the main gameplay mechanic of just being able to plan out attacks. It's kind of forcing my actions right now, but there's going to be a lot of fun stuff you can do once you execute these plans and once you get more skills.
Ready. Now.
See?
We're clear.
Easy.
Hey, up there. Hello, world. Look at all that. We're on the edge of town, 100 blocks away.
So a lot of the storytelling of this also comes from just exploring objects in the world.
There's the empty set. Still too close to it. We better get as far from there as possible.
Kind of learning more about the environment we live in. Because in most cases where there's a nice sci-fi city, there's some weird gimmicks to them. Soil and Green might be people. The inhabitants of the city might just be vampires. Who knows? Could be anything.
Here we go.
It's a good hit. Maybe I can just do another attack. Hit everyone else there. And that's about as much as I can do.
Get out of here. She awake? Hi. You okay? I see. Sure. She wants to come along. We can use her.
Oh yeah, that was
Intersection. Let's see.
another fun mechanic in this too. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. Doesn't look like I can do much in terms of seeing what I want to. But let's look at this.
Wish it was raining. Cover your tracks. Rain's not even on the ballot. Warm and clear winds again. Where were we?
So this society seems to have a lot of polls that determine just how everything turns out.
No problem.
So as you saw there, we determine what the weather is going to be.
Let's see what else.
But there are also these weird monsters. Oh, well, now I'm just in this stuff. We don't really know what her character's motivation is either. I mean, she pulled this
end of the plaza.
USB drive sword out of a guy. And now we'll learn some backstory about her.
I'm so sorry, Red. They took your voice. I couldn't stop them. Well, we took something of theirs. Hey, let's just go. Come on, just go. Just... yeah. Damn. Young lady.
I believe back attacks are very beneficial here. Also, forgot that these like to teleport.
You're up.
I believe you can... Is there a way to back up? Yeah. Okay. So you can see what does the most damage. So it seems like doing that's a good idea. I don't know if there's a clear indication of where they'll end up when you, yeah, that's just how you undo. I don't want to undo now. I just went through learning how to undo. Okay, it's fine. So I don't know if there's any way to tell where they'll end up once you use an attack, which might make it more beneficial to kind of attack in spurts. Just do 2.
She trying to trick us?
When you do one of these deliberate attacks too, you can't attack until you kind of fix everything up top again. This basically means that you have to run around.
Side street due east.
If you do just do attacks without really using the this mechanic, then you can just attack willy-nilly, and you might have to wait a second, but it's a lot quicker.
This didn't used to be here.
Okay, got some breakpoints. Let's see.
Wait a sec.
Yeah. Solving puzzles.
Let's pretend that.
Solving problems.
Hey, Mr. Moyle, you in there? It's him, all right, but I can barely hear him.
So now we got kind of a cool dodging attack. Also, it's just a warp strike as well. You noticed with those last 2 abilities that we unlocked, we got them from kind of cubes that existed with these bodies. These attacks are basically the people that are dead.
Oh no.
And I believe the longer we use these abilities, the more backstory we get of the people.
Oh, man, tough guy.
So if I... Actually, maybe if I queue up to a regular attack, explosion, then John out of here, then we can kind of run away for a little bit.
Okay.
Queue up again. How much does that do? Actually, that's a lot better. I guess that's why it costs more points to do. This'll... Where is that actual attack point? Oh wait, that actually looked like it was doing it. I'm gonna be kind of close in to him, so this might hurt, but... Nope, it's going fine. It's Perfect. Everything's going as planned. Okay, let's see. If we get behind you... I don't know if we can actually hit the guy. But we can do... Johnning doesn't seem to do damage. That's just a good way to escape. So we can go up here. And we get one more good attack in. And that'll kill him. So we should be good.
Jerk. Back where they belong.
I believe there is a way to make jaunting actually do damage, though. And we might see that eventually with these. So these are just kind of things you can add to your attacks. Bounce, chain reactive, deflecting. Active slot discharges a ricocheting bolt that jumps from target to target. Upgrade slot, add a chain reaction effect to most functions. And then this one is just kind of, you turn invisible for a while. And also benefits their backstabbing ability. I believe these can also be used as regular attacks as well. So let's actually get bounce.
We're still here.
I don't know if we can actually... here we go. I think these access points.
You're in.
So now this is to upgrade and do things. I believe... No, I guess not. I thought we'd be able to see the details about these abilities. But now we can add this to anything. So once you add it to something like Jaunt, you can see that the cooldown is quicker, but it's a shorter distance. You can't actually put it in the other slots yet, though. So Crash will chain to multiple nearby targets, so bigger range. Multiple nearby targets ricochet from its point of impact, causing a secondary impact. That seems like it could be. I feel like Spark is more like a room clearer. But we only have the one, so we can't upgrade anything else yet. Eventually we will just be unlocking the same ability.
Just one more block.
And you can kind of start stacking them on top of themselves.
Okay, there's a... Wait. Back.
I don't really know what any of that meant, though. But we'll see how everything goes. So the impact on this is still going to be a bit low. And I think I can still use this attack. I think the only problem is it might take longer for me to recharge everything.
That was quick.
But it'll help to get rid of these guys. So if we back attack on you, get to the side.
Let's go.
Sadly, that's all we can do. But as you can see, Spark had kind of a secondary explosive. So if we get behind you guys, and maybe just see how strong that'll be.
Here he comes.
Not too great, but you can just kind of jaunt their way out of there, as the tutorial was reminding me, because I did not do that. Okay, good damage. Not so good damage. Let's see. Just a good breach. And then we can jaunt away. I actually didn't realize you can jaunt even if you used up their energy. So jaunt is pretty good for these scenarios. I mean, then we can just crash down on them. Pretty simple, pretty easy.
They're gone, but so's this whole block.
You get more points, make things a bit better. So there's just... Actually, I don't know if I like that. Let's actually put this on something else. How do I remove? There we go. Let's do it to Breach, because Breach seems powerful. Actually, Should look at how the stats change with it. I don't know if they actually do, but we'll see. It's all about experimenting, seeing how much you like different variants of the moves.
Yeah, good call. That's our way out.
Nice bike. Can't really do
About
anything
that
else.
bike.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
Okay, East 64 on ramp. 5 blocks down. Take the second right. Do not turn left. And thanks for the lift.
I feel like this would just be a really good screensaver.
You turn left. Thought we were gonna skip town. We're going back there.
I think, yeah, you can also boost yourself too.
They do not have a sense of humor. They will track you down, wipe you out, and take whatever's left of me back to those 2-bit Camerata pieces of trash. Look, whatever you're thinking, do me a favor. Don't let me go.
I feel like that should have been the time the title card showed up.
Poor bike. Just 10 more blocks to the set.
Don't feel like I really understand what happened to the bike here. It's just going a little too fast. Hitting these weird blockades. Well,
They beat us here.
definitely got enemies. This guy's a bit stronger than I'd hope. If we attack, and maybe if we come in here and pull off one of these, let's see how it chains. It did end up hitting this guy.
Stronger than the last ones.
These guys end up taking a lot less hits, but I think this is what happens if you don't pick up those cells in the
Hit it.
when the enemies die. So you'll see, I think this guy will drop a cell over there. If you don't pick that up, I think they just become bad cells. Can't crash anymore. So yeah, jaunt's kind of the only way to escape. I think the one that makes you invisible still costs too many points to use effectively as a escape method as well.
They were waiting. Thought we'd make good time, too.
Places to explore here.
Not a soul. Hardly recognize this place without the foot traffic. Terminal's still up. Must be starving.
Yeah, let's get some food.
Sea monster's really the only choice here.
I don't know, Supremo Deluxe sounds good.
Or that. Just have to get back to your place before it gets cold.
Yeah, delivered to their address. It's good.
They're
Oh,
hungry
but
too.
made enemies. Should actually probably go with one of these attacks. Seems effective to not really use the stop motion bit if they're not gonna
Left ourselves open
come at me.
for some greasy flatbread. Fertile ground.
I didn't quite get what...
Never seen Gold Walk cleared out.
Okay, the function update is what
You got on the
gives you the
camera on a
background
short list.
information.
More than just a name to them now.
So now because we use these attacks for a bit... yeah, okay, you have to use the attacks with certain upgrades to them, or by using them in certain parts of yourself. So if you'll see if I go to look at the attack, there's some functions that are locked on the side there. Those act as kind of passive effects. If you use these with different parts, I believe they will get more function updates. But for now, we just have kind of the basic ones because we used them as basic attacks. So we got background for Red here, saying that she was ranked in the top percentile of Cloudbank's contemporary performing artists for 5 years. Red demonstrated early interest in music despite studying at Traversion Hall. Traversion groomed many of the city's most ambitious civic planners, though Red spent the majority of her time developing the city's most... Oh, well, I completely went back to the old line. Developing the Academy's nascent arts program, and was the first on record to select 2 non-traditional disciplines. Records indicate she was reluctant to explain, citing personal reasons. She remained reticent even after gaining the spotlight, and when asked about her past and influences, would often say her work spoke for itself. She did admit, however, that she never wrote her music with intent to stir controversy. So these 2 attacks I believe we just had at the start.
You've reached the hopefully not permanent address of Mr. Nobody.
So I think the implication here then is that Mr. Nobody is the guy in the sword, whose data is just not here. I wonder if we'll actually unlock anything from doing the other stuff. But yeah, nothing in that data. You can see there's little side things there, like trace status is intact. Don't know what that means. And as said in the little description, her selections are music linguistics. Reasons were declined. Seems a bit like a rocky situation, considering she's out of...
OVC. Said she left for personal reasons.
As I was saying, Red seems to be in a bit of a rocky situation since she cannot speak now. Lillian Platt, one of the prominent scientific minds in Cloudbank. Miss Lillian Platt was the youngest ever individual to be elected as chairwoman of the OVC board. Under her leadership, the number of OVC terminals in Cloudbank more than doubled, and the quality of the broadcast strengthened more than fourfold. However, she then became the youngest ever individual to leave this post, as she tendered the resignation in less than 2 years to pursue extracurricular interests. In private conversations, several of her former colleagues indicate that Miss Platt left following the sudden disappearance of a close personal friend, Mr. Maximilius Darcy, who, according to official OVC transcripts, decided one day to move to the country. Her reasons for being the physics in negotiation is problem solving. It's great. So these 2 we found on bodies of people we presumably knew.
Preston Moyle. Guess he went out joyriding one night and never came back.
So we got Preston Moyle. Selections or reflexes machinery. I don't quite get selections. I don't know how you can choose to be have good reflection. Yeah. He wants to go fast though. Cloudbank's racing circuit never knew the likes of Preston Moyle, who shattered speed records with Aplomb for 4 years straight. Credited with popularizing the sport of 1200cc racing, Mr. Moyle gained celebrity not merely for his exceptional riding ability, but also because he built his motorbikes with his own hands. Ever the thrill seeker, Mr. Moyle became known for seeking out Cloudbank's remotest strips of road. Then one day, Mr. Moyle was altogether gone, having left all his personal effects behind, save for his fastest bike. So presumably that's what we used to get out of where we were. It's interesting to see that both of these people suddenly disappeared.
It's Nyla. Everybody said she split after Goldwalk Channel opened up.
Now this person we got just from leveling up, and as you can see in the little decryption progress, only one of those unlocked because I only used it as a kind of secondary effect. If I were to switch out one of my attacks for this, I will end up getting the other one. One would have difficulty finding a more active or outspoken member of the community of Cloudbank's Goldwalk district as Miss Noel Chain. She allotted more than 66% of her available time on activities such as passing ordinances to improve underdeveloped regions, reaching out to and educating habitual non-voters, or advocating for groups lacking adequate representation. Her motives were rarely questioned, as her love for the district was in fact sincere, stemming from positive early experiences that grew to become fierce nostalgia. Miss Shane did have her detractors, however, and this became very clear at the opening she arranged for the Goldwalk Channel. Everyone deserves the best. So, like I said before, we can actually switch stuff out. So let's remove Spark. I'm not a fan of Spark. Let's get rid of Spark. Put this in here. And then let's see what happens if we make this a upgrade slot. Most functions for greater results. This might actually be good for many things. Will fan out multiple projectiles that are more damaging at close range. Breach will fan out multiple projectiles that do more damage up close. Bounce will spawn chaotic jumping sparks particles from each target struck. And Jaunt will rain spark particles along the user's path. They do some damage. So once we do one combat, we should unlock the just basic attack bit for that.
Wait, want to check the channel back there?
I don't know if I can now. It looks like I am stuck.
Dream's getting fixed.
So we can actually use bounce. I don't know if you actually have to use the attacks to unlock them or just have them set. But if we do that, oh, maybe that won't do damage. Or maybe it just doesn't technically acknowledge the damage.
You still hear me?
Oh, you can see now too that I'm getting reckless and not doing great at not getting hit. Alright, this is not good. We shall jaunt out of here and attack this little wormy guy. We might not actually hit the wormy guy, but that's fine. And they are still around, so let's maybe... Oh, wormy guys healed him up. Little fun fact for you there. You might want to kill the wormy guys really quick. Alright, so I was getting a little careless there. I should be hopefully fine now. That will do decent damage. That should kill.
Just passing through.
It's fine though. I believe also health just comes back after each encounter. Alright, load, explosive, pretty good. Switch, hypnotic. Makes enemies become their buds. I think it just works pretty good as a secondary effect because it just means that their attacks have a chance to do that. But explosions might be fun. You will see too that there are little nodes at the top left of each of these. This one has 1, this has 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. That's basically how many things I can equip. The 11 out of 16. So I still have room for the explosive. And I might actually equip that to this. Because that sounds like fun. I want to see something quickly. Will deal damage in an area around a destination. That might actually be better for John. Oh, that's not how I wanted to remove it, but that's fine. Let's actually see how that works as an attack and how Jaunt works as a upgrade bit. Load will detonate automatically and be usable during turn recovery. Okay, so that just lets you kind of use it no matter what you're doing, which might be beneficial. Unused function. Oh, let's actually put you on something too. We will just put you on that. That's fine. Might not be the best one to have for recovery because it's a slow attack, but you know, this is about experimenting, trying stuff out. Let's go down here because you kind of wanted to
get in. That's
see what was in here.
This can't be the channel.
So explosion is a bit consuming on this, but it does good stuff. Okay, well, maybe didn't pick the best time to try to explode. Also might not be the best attack overall. I just noticed with explosion, it seems like it takes a little bit for it to fall down, but that should kill him off. Alright, should be good now. Let's chop off an explosion here. Alright, good.
All quiet.
Again, kind of a rough encounter, but it's a learning experience. Maybe you don't have explosion be your extra. It probably works better as a secondary effect. And I did not want to actually go back into John. I want to put it in. Let's add explosion to you. And let's... what will you do as an upgrade slot? Accelerate most functions to range and velocity. Alright, let's get rid of you. Can't add anything to you? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm having some difficulties with some of the menus. I apologize. And then we'll make Spark its own thing.
They're saying everyone up and left. Nothing to see here.
The northwestern quadrant of...
It's just towing the line.
Excuse me, sir, guy. The northwestern quadrant of Cloud Bank remains offline pending investigation. Authorities are downplaying any connections between their investigation and the recent disappearances. Chief Inspector Walder Nees praised the work of the 18th Precinct charged with the task. This is the most thorough procedure ever conducted on my watch, said Mr. Nees. Presently, there is no estimate for when Gold Watch citizens will be able to return home. I'm gonna comment.
Yeah, I'll say.
Good comment. Now the people will
Out
see.
of the channel in record time. 8 blocks off. Almost there.
Alright, so that was a detour. I figured that wasn't gonna actually be progress since we ended up here. And it doesn't look like there's anything else to explore.
Get ready to get jumped. Or not. Let's
Yeah.
not stick around.
I was kind of expecting to get jumped too.
Wish we could just sit and watch the world go by.
Seems interesting too that
Got some
just
kind of cheerleader this time.
everything...
He didn't even blink.
Well, I can definitely John all over the place there. It's definitely interesting that there's no one around. Kind of makes you wonder if this is just a section off part of the city, or if there's something else going on.
Now to mop up.
Alright, so it's kind of clear those guys are like shields. Also, it's kind of clear that I'm not doing a very good job at this. And I forgot that I had put an attack on you. Let's just crash a bunch. Where's the other guy? He's that way. It doesn't look like my range will actually hit him. So let's just attack, and jaunt. And see how that does. And let's grab you before you respawn.
I guess we're done here.
And that's fun. So let's see what can do new stuff now. We'll unequip you, put you on. What will you do? You will stun enemies. Jaunt will stun and disrupt targets. Bounce will stun. That might be good with Spark. I kind of want to unlock all these information bits. It seems like I did it for. Oh.
Figured he retired.
Oh right, Tennigan was a new one, so we didn't actually get info on him. But yeah, want to kind of fill that stuff out. Can't really do anything about the third encrypted bit yet until that part unlocks.
Hope you're wearing comfortable shoes. Here we are. Deserted.
Or is it? Probably not. Look,
Unless you count him.
this guy
Hi.
is not looking
Where'd
so good
everybody
either.
go? Well, we're gonna get you out of here. He says the process wiped him out. He's too far gone.
It seems
They know we're here.
Oh.
This lady here.
It seems interesting that Sword Guy's able to communicate. That'll kill that off. Oh, there's a cheerleader that's spawning too. It's nice I can at least backtrack from my walking. But let's kill off these healy bits.
Brought help.
Okay, I guess I can't really hit these as well as I'd hope. I like how I actually should not attack like that because one of those shields. What does less damage? Alright, that'll kill you off. Let's get over here. I like hearing the music play as well.
Good to go.
Let's kill that off, and now we can attack. Get some of that. Let's. Can we jaunt and kill both? No, it doesn't look like we can. It looks range kind of determines it, so it might be better to. Oh. Shoot. What if we go this way and then try to jaunt? We'll at least hit. Still won't kill though. And it doesn't look like there's actually a way to hit both, but it's fine. Let's get this before it respawns. Do 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 do. That might hit him the second time around. Oh, it does. Nice. Good. You need to not heal yourself, because I don't appreciate that at all. If we do one more, that'll do good damage. And then we should be able to jaunt until it disappears. Luckily, it did not want to Alright, now the cells are gonna respawn because there's nothing I can do. We should be able to kill that one off, and then just kill this last one. Missed the last one. I'm not getting behind something, I got this. I nailed it. Alright, so now I think we got a new ability. Oh, we actually didn't. I guess that's what he meant by that guy being too far gone. But let's actually just equip things back where they need to be now. Because I'm not really a fan of... Ooh, that's not what I want to do. Not really a fan of these other attacks being used as main effects. Let us... Crush will fan out multiple projects. Breach will fan out multiple... Let's do that. Actually, no. Let's explode stuff with Crash. And then let's put that back on Jaunt. I kind of like that effect.
They left the lights on.
But now that we explored those options, not much reason to use them unless if you like them.
Word. Hey, you made headlines. Not a word about the Camerata. Trying to keep everyone calm.
At approximately 1:17 a.m. last night, after all scheduled live performances had ended, OVC received several independent reports of suspicious activity of the well-known concert pavilion. Authorities are evaluating reports that at least 2 people were critically injured, potentially including Red, the headline act. More news as it develops.
Maybe they'll post a correction.
A fun little thing, playing this game on PlayStation 4, the weird little triangle light that's on all of the controllers actually kind of moves with the voice of the sword. It's a nice little touch. If I believe by default the voice can come from the controller as well if you wanted to. And that might be a fun little gimmick, but it's good to have the vocals just come in like a regular game would do. Can I actually go in from back here? No, it doesn't look like it.
Let's have a look downstairs.
Don't know if this just leads down.
Gotta be a leader somewhere.
There we go.
Poll's a little out of date.
It's down to the final round for next month's headliner at the #1 venue for Clapper.
Facsimile's finally gonna catch a break.
Yeah, let's vote Facsimile.
They never had a chance against the champ.
So I'm guessing that was a majority vote for the event that I guess just happened before the game began. Whatever event ended up with Red losing her voice and Sword Man and Sword.
When I first saw you up on that stage back there, it was like everyone loved you. Everyone except for them.
I'm gonna assume though that the sword is the Transistor.
When you speak, I hear silence.
So before we do anything about that... Oh. Don't like hearing him just needing help.
If she's hurt, if she's hurt. Oh, what? Oh, nothing.
Makes it a bit difficult to read this. Just...
Inside. Inside it. What is all this? There's nothing.
Let's... Just sign the petition while he's in confusion, maybe pain.
Hey, that you? Oh, look at you. You're alive. Me, I'm not so sure. Could use your help. Hey, say something already. Say something, will you? Oh no.
So it's still unclear if...
She's here. Look who it is.
It's kind of unclear if the guy was a bodyguard or just a fan. Don't really know the relation. But you can see now that Red is wearing his jacket.
Hello again, Sybil. You.
Let's get behind you.
All set.
Not having the most difficulty with you.
She must have felt that.
Oh no! Well, that's why it was so easy. It was only round one. Oh, and I am taking way too much damage now. Presumably because I was not paying attention. I seem to be having trouble with that. I think...
She's patching up.
Okay, let's just kind of go around for a minute. Do that. I don't think there's any more health worms.
Just you and her now.
Alright, hopefully we should be able to do this without dying. Because that might be embarrassing. Just start smacking her a little bit.
Almost got her.
Okay, we should be good. There might be a round 3. If that happens, we'll come to that. Yep, looks like a round 3.
Round 3.
Oh look, he even knows. Oh jeez, yeah. I might die. Actually, I'm gonna just come out and say right now I probably will die. But we'll just get to see another mechanic of the game. I meant for this to happen. So now, because I have died, I have lost my ability to use Jaunt.
You're still here, you're okay.
But my health is full again. So it's not the worst case. Except Jaunt had the explosives, so that's not going to be as fun as I'd hope. We can hit both of these guys. And then maybe we can try to escape. But now it's going to be a little harder to fight her because Jaunt was pretty useful. So let's just get rid of these extra guys. Eventually Jaunt will return to me. I don't remember the exact mechanics behind it though. I think you have to end up, well, I was kind of hoping I'd hit the, this mode before I got attacked, but it's fine. I believe that if you beat so many battle encounters, it will re-unlock the attack for you. Doesn't help that I want to just go right to jaunting. Doesn't seem like it would be useful to do anything but crash. Although I am apparently out of range, which I didn't quite realize. Ow. Oh, that was a little rough. I didn't realize she was gonna, like, attack multiple times. I should have been prepared, though. As long as I stay away, I should be fine. I don't know why I was out of range. It might have been because she was up here. No, backstabbing's working. Although it looked like she got out of range. Oh, jeez. Stay away. Alright, this should be good. Let's just keep going. Oh, good. Okay, okay. Shuts her cells. I was getting a little worried there. Got a mercy kill.
Or Trace. Hello again, Sybil. Your Camerata friends. I want you to tell us where they are. Do you understand? Sybil's Trace.
Alright, so her thing is a little helper buddy. This one, I believe, is really good. I think they come out as dogs. It's always fun to have helper dogs. What is this? Permission to enter back doors.
We got our lead. We're going downtown.
I think that's more like a key item.
The process will be waiting for us.
Looks like we just have to leave. Let's sing again.
The empty set. It's closed for good, isn't it? Nothing for us back there.
Nothing for us back here? Alright, well, I don't know where we're going then.
Let's check the dock. You never know.
I think the dock was this way, actually. There we go. Progress.
With any luck.
Alright, so we can't use jaunts. We have to use... Okay, it's the access points. So you can only use it once you progress back to another one of these. But now we have little helpers. So that's, you know, that's fun. Put those there. Luckily, that doesn't actually take away our secondary effect, so we can actually give this to... two small friends. So that's good. That'll be fun.
She's on our side.
Yep. So now we have two dogs. I think they'll disappear until we get back into a battle, but it's a fun little thing. Now we're boating.
Camerata. Sybil was their eyes and ears. Got close. close to you. To us. You were hunting people. Don't know for what. But I bet I know who does. I'm gonna ask him why. And I have this feeling he's gonna let us know.